Hey, good morning. Ed Drost here, and Stephen Reeker. And Steve's kind of running into a little technical difficulties. But look, the entrepreneurial movement with Kim Hui, part three of our series here. Kim's one of the most dynamic direct sales and network marketers out there. So pretty exciting. And so really we've had two parts of Kim talking about her vision for three, where it's going, how she got here, and we're just gonna her she ended where she people told her that they wanted her to start a company, but her forte is not a CEO. So she found Daniel Piku, who's a whole new paradigm in the network marketing space, direct sales space. He understands global e-commerce. He's had two global e-commerce business. So here's Kim chatting here.
Why? That why is a global movement that costs. Obviously I'm very blessed, with the money that I was blessed to make. I only have one child. So money-wise, I'm done. Okay. But I want to do something. But obviously in the times that we're living in, many people are looking for ways to make money, to put food on the table. So I wanted to, through a business platform, not only help people make a difference in the wellness of the physical body, mental body, and the spiritual body. And so through this global community that collectively we can all share and grow and expand together as a human collective. And so long answer, but I hope I answered your question.
I love it. Okay, so a couple things on that. One, I'm sure people wonder, how many millionaires have you created in this space so far?
I think a couple of hundred.
I
didn't create them. See, this is the thing. It's when somebody, it's important us as leaders is that it's not up to us to create. It's us, whoever that might be, they have to work for it. But through us collectively, that I would say collectively, we had created a couple of hundred. I never went to count, but Samson would tell you, if I did share this opportunity with Samson many years ago, Samson might have been multiple 8-digit wallet thinner if he didn't do the business. So we've been very blessed. And I think not only in one market, Holly and Corbin, we were able to make an impact around the globe. 140 countries, I think, over 100 countries and territories. So that's pretty remarkable.
Well, that's a perfect transition to my next fun question. Where has been your most favorite place to travel? As everyone's starting to build this global business,
bucket listing.
Where's your fun place? Where's your other than the United States, other than Sedona?
Yeah. Okay, other than Sedona. Well, I gotta say this. Okay, now I love Sedona because I couldn't fly. The last couple of years we couldn't fly because of whatever narrative that I was not a part of, and I don't want to be a part of. So I couldn't fly. So I couldn't travel internationally. So the only place I could go is locally. So I could drive, right? So I couldn't fly, then I drive. So I drove to Sedona. I found a place that I really love, and that was Sedona. But as far as a worldly travel, there are many, many great places just a great place to rest my soul. One of my favorite spots is Bali, Indonesia. Bali is absolutely, I just love, in Bali, it's like, I know Julia Roberts did a movie, right? Eat, Love, Pray, that movie, right? But I can tell you, Bali it's a place where, to me, time stands still. There's a sense of stillness in Bali. So Bali, I love it. India, love it. And as a matter of fact, before this pandemic happened, I had my whole bucket list planned. I was going to Machu Picchu. I was going to go to all these different places. Yeah. Hey, lined up. But we had to cancel. But anyway, I think we're going to begin again. So anyway, to answer your question, I have many favorite places. I love to go into places like I'm a foodie, so I love to go eat hole in the wall places. I like to dine in a million-year-old cave with fine dining, fine wine. But I can also dine at a hole in the wall. So many great places. By the way, I'm going to travel again now. Now the world's beginning to kind of open up. I am leaving on Sunday. I'm doing Asia tour. Nice. I'm going to be in Hong Kong. Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, and possibly Taiwan. So that's this coming Sunday. I'm leaving.
I love that. Well, and I'm sure that all of us watching are going to be able to get a chance to see Kim and see some of these events. I know we'll be launching or announcing a national convention this summer, and hopefully those details will be out soon. And Kim, I know people are sitting here and they're like, oh my gosh, over 200 millionaires. Can I be one of them? And I'm going to tell you, yes, because there was a day that Kim was just entering the industry. We were just entering the industry. And just after watching other people do it, if they can do it, so can we. So the answer is yes. All of you watching, every one of you going to have this opportunity. And Kim, to close us out today, I think everyone probably sitting back at home going, okay, what's your vision for 3? Where do you see this company going? Give us the big picture of what all of these people watching tonight can expect.
And a part 2 on this, how can somebody that's never, ever built before, the family next door, the mom in the carpool lane, the dad that's working 2 jobs, how can they be a part of this vision, and how can they dream to go the places that you've been able to do?
Perfect. Let's talk about that second part. I'm getting goosebumps. Let's talk about the second part. The moms next door, whoever they are, how they can do that. You found the right platform at the right time. You got it right here with 3. How is first step is you need to open up your heart to see what's possible for you.
It's good.
I came to America when I was 14 years old. My parents didn't have anything. They have $2,000 in their pockets with 4 girls to feed. We were living in a 1-bedroom apartment. All four girls were sleeping on the floor for months. All of us were eating, you know how back in the 44 years ago I came to America. We were eating, a Safeway. They had this frozen beef, that tube. That was our 30-day meal. With rice, that we cut a little bit and we cook. And that was our meal for 1 month, a family of 6 with, 4 kids, $2,000, no $2,000 in the pocket, no job in sight, 4 children. And one of my goals was to retire my parents. One of my goals was to buy my parents a big home, to take my parents travel the world. And I was like, able to accomplish a lot of that. And so how and all that is beginning with a dream. What's in your heart? What's in your dream? Don't think about how yet. Just think about activate what's within you. Activate what's within your dream. We all had it. When we were a little kid, we probably before we even enter this school system that we get programmed and trained, before all that, you had a dream. Be that little girl, the little boy again. It's time to tap into that and say, because no matter how great a platform, no matter how great the people around you, if we don't open our heart and open our mind to what's possible, we just wasted the opportunity. So I'm blessed to live in this big, huge home. But think about this. Only 40 some more years ago, we were in this tiny home, 6 people. And so if I could do it, so can you. I have gone through times where we had no money. We didn't even know how we was going to put the next meal on the table. So if we could do it, so can you. And so I think today I did a training for 3 hours in LA and talk about similar topic. And I think one of the key things I want to share was this, and that was the key, one of the key topic in the training this morning in LA was about, people ask, how you think about this? And this is a very good question. You think about this, the same platform. We have people making from zero. We have people making a lot of money. Same platform, same company, same compensation plan. And you wonder why. Just like university, people go to study same major in the same major, but when they graduate, it's kind of different outcome. Mm-hmm. And so I would share this with you, and then we'll answer the other part of the question. Is this: many years ago, when I was in college working a part-time job, one of my part-time jobs, I was a hostess at a restaurant, like, how many for dinner too this week? So I was a hostess, right? So I remember my boss would say, Kim, the world is full of abundance. It's all out there. It's all around you. I'm like, really? He goes, you just have to be willing to reach out and grab it. I'm like, then why am I working so hard right here in this restaurant? I'm working 2 jobs, going to college. And he says, Kim, it's right there. Now, at that time, I couldn't understand what he was saying. And so today, the topic to the team is that the abundance is all around us. In order for us to grab that, to achieve that, we have to, the abundance that we're all energy beings. It's all about, and so we have to increase our own vibration, our own frequency, increase that vibration to match that abundance to be able to reach it. Because how do you increase your vibration? It's the thought that we think about every day. What do you think about? We got millions of thoughts going. I mean, not millions. I mean, you can Google scientifically how many thoughts we go through a day. It will tell you, I don't know, 1,000, 100,000, whatever thoughts that we go through. And usually 90% of those thoughts are the same thought we thought of yesterday. So if we want to change our life, we need to change our thoughts. Because when you change your thought, that would change the way you feel. Change the way you feel, change your perception. When you change your perception, that will lead to different action that you did yesterday. So increase your vibration. You're able to manifest all that abundance, manifest that into your own reality. So that's a whole different topic for another day. But how do they change? First is open up their heart. It's not here. Because when you tap into your head will say, well, what makes you think you can be successful? Look at how broke you are. Look at da-di-da-di-da. Look at that. Remove all that for a second. It doesn't cost, trust me, guys, it won't cost you a penny. Just follow me for a second. Remove whatever thought, whatever paradigm, whatever conditioning you were taught or you were told that was not possible. Remove that. Okay. Now, for 1 second, enter that space and ask yourself, what is it you really want in life? What is something that when there's no parameter, no walls, no limits set on you, what can you achieve? And that is a loaded question, but it's all possible. Mm-hmm. I was so broke. 30 years ago, I put my last $20 in a gas tank, driving to San Francisco, trying to recruit somebody, trying to talk to somebody. And then they signed up. Guess what? On my way back, on my half tank of gas, on my way back from San Francisco, they called and they said, you know what? I changed my mind. I tell you, all I could do at that time was I plug in Les Brown's audio tape. You know, back then we have, audio tapes, like cassette tapes, right? And Les Brown's, you're going to be hungry. And I'm like, I was screaming on top of my lung. I said, Les, I am famished. I am hungry. And I didn't let that affect me. I didn't know how I was going to get my next $20 to put gas in my tank, but it didn't stop me. Because you need to remove those self-imposing blocks or those seemingly your circumstantial situation. In order for us to change our life, we have to change our thoughts. Because when you are thinking happy thoughts, you are happy. Happy thoughts and sadness cannot coexist. You got to change every day in life. If you were to think about this, there's two forces within us. One force is poverty. One force is abundance. Do you know which force will win in your life? It depends which force you feed. Would you feed the force of abundance, thoughts, give it sunshine, give it love, give it lots of good juju? I am going to be abundant in life. But when you think those thoughts, in the beginning, maybe a little, because your logical mind will enter and go, well, I don't think. Someone go, shut. And then you look, you can borrow Holly and Corbin's energy. You can borrow their belief. Sometimes when you don't have belief in yourself, borrow the people you're working with. They will not charge you interest. Okay. So not for a while. Okay. So you borrow other people's belief in you. I see everyone. The reason I'm doing this, because I see the possibility for everybody. That's why I was telling you guys and telling some friends, if this project is for money, no amount of money is worth what I'm doing. There's a cause. There's something bigger. There's a force. There's a force greater than all of us combined, putting all this together. I'm just being used as a conduit. And when the calling came, I obey and I go to work. So anyway, I hope I answered your question.
You did. Kim, thank you so much. And I think everyone watching here can see why, when we sat down with you, we were at complete peace with this decision. People could have panicked. But when We sat down with you. There was a calmness, there was a confidence, your passion, your vision, the calmness and the confidence in the way that you share that. We knew we were on track. We knew this was the right place to go. It absolutely was the right decision, the best decision that we could have personally made, Corbin and I. So we want to thank you. We want to thank you for joining us tonight. This just gives all of you just a glimpse into a little bit of Kim Lee. Now you can see why she's had the success, why she's been able to help the amount of people she's been able to help.
Yeah, thank you so much. Your time is valued. I know how precious it is right now as you're doing so much for so many. So thank you.
Okay, Corbin, I want to answer that question. You asked me okay, now, so this is what we wanted to do, but there's also goals, right? Sorry, I kind of omitted that. And I don't make that up. Okay. So first thing first, the first thing I wanted to do is I want to create the class one. I want, like, with different graduation, you know how, in school, year of 82 or year, whatever school year, right? So I want to create, as phase one, to create 1,000 7-star directors.
Writing them down.
1,000 7-star directors. Based on our experience, 7-star director, when you build it right. Now, there's no guarantee of income in any form, shape, or way. But I want to say this, based on experience, 7-star directors, when you build it right, when you consistently become a 7-star director, that's a 7-figure earner. So phase one, 1,000. And I know that, the team that we have built in the past, collectively, we did $10 billion in 13 years. I believe we can do it I believe we can do $10 billion in 5 years or less.
Let's go.
So with you guys, with your help, with your leadership, that came along with you guys, was rock and roll. Not only we're going to change lives, we are called to rise up. We are called to look up. We're all called to look up and rise up and live our dream on this earth. And so with your help, with your leadership, what we're doing is not only here in America. We want to create this movement that's global, changing lives globally, touching life globally, and connecting lives globally. So thank you so much for having me. It's been a pleasure, and I look forward to meeting your team someday soon in person.
Awesome. Thank you very much, and have a blessed trip to Asia. Be safe, and we'll look forward to seeing you back here. So guys,
everyone that's on here, it is recorded, so we'll get that out.
Yes, and we appreciate everybody hopping on. I know a lot of you were on Dr. Dan Googler's Science Talk a little.
Yeah. So that was Kim Lee along with Holly and Corbin Rosh. And I'll tell you what, that's what drew me to 3 is Kim's vision to, step out of who you are, become bigger than who you are, start creating something more dynamic in your life. And, 3 is a movement. It's not just a money-making business on the internet. So that's where I'm going to leave it today. Exciting. Kim, I had the opportunity to meet her in person. Exceptional woman. When you're in the room with her, just her, and you could just feel her energy. You could just feel her energy. And you realize when she says where this company's going, she's already done it once. So it will go to $10 billion. And the only thing is it's going to go there in half the time she did it the first time. So exciting times here with 3 Wellness, and look forward to connecting. Part of the Fierce Life team, one of the fastest growing teams in 3. And we can plug you right into the system. So you can connect with me, Ed Drost, or my partner, Stephen Rieker, who had some technical difficulties today, but we're both out there. Go to temovement.com. Look forward to connecting. And as always, you have a fantastic day.